The very young man completely held in dragging Sheyi Tinubu name into the matter, as he did not and was not the one who initiated crisis here. For reason best known to him, on the part of King Mitchy, she has exhibited the highest level of immaturity, inexperience, and lack of emotional intelligence and control, which was worsened by the purported drinking of hypo, a poisonous substance on camera, later showed to public, which BDM in turn mocked with his own social media display of drinking poisonous substance. These acts are totally antisocial, damaging to mental health, and promoting suicide. VDM completely turned the matter political and could be easily taken as pushing a political agenda or taking advantage of the development to fight a stand personal battle or settling a political cause. Considering the fact that not only Sheyi Tinubu was mentioned in King Mitchy donor list, many dignitaries such as Jazzy and others have been consistently named and publicly appreciated by the young lady. Same as VDM himself has publicly acknowledged some of the sponsors and donors and benefactors like Burna Boy and others. However, it becomes questionable the undue emphasis placed on Sheyi Tinubu charitable gestures and demonizations of his person by VDM, while leave order to attack Sheyi Tinubu. And what is really wrong in a businessman or son of a president supporting a humanitarian cause? Is that not what we all pray for on daily basis as civil society organization? To have financial patronage from both state and non-state actors. The criticism of Sheyi Tinubu was for spending so much to support a girl instead of channeling such amount directly to sensitive challenges or critical area of societal need, or best still, calling attention of his father, the president, to the poor living standard of the masses and the deplorable state of infrastructure as conversed by VDN may generally sound popular and acceptable. However, issues must always be placed in context and proper perspective.
Chief security officer, or what do they call themselves? I don't understand. No, make this make sense. That we've been calling out insecurity. The populace of this country has been calling out insecurity for the past God knows how long. You did not organize a press conference. Banditry. Plenty things that cannot even begin to list. You didn't do any press conference. And even your name, security officer. One would have expected that by now you would have been doing plenty of these kind of conferences to see how and what can be done, or your little quarter that you can contribute to the security of the masses. You didn't do all of that. And from nowhere, you come to do a press conference over, and this was so quick, over online matter. This thing funny. All this go to that means what VDM was really saying was really true, eh? Because I cannot make any sense out of this. How do you put yourself into such matters? Calling VDM out. That means VDM, his analysis was all correct. Yeah. because I cannot understand actually why there is insecurity problem, there is lack of lights, electricity, there is there's no water. These tax reforms that they've now imposed on us, and you didn't do a press conference, you didn't call the government out for people who are running for their lives. I was watching Arise News and they were saying maybe they should begin to do their services during the day in your own country. All these things, that means people are no longer safe going to going to worship their own God, or a place where they were supposed to have freedom of religion. So all this, you didn't call out the government. And VDM, being the mouthpiece of the people, calling out the government to see to these things, has become what? Sometimes I don't understand why you mistake somebody telling a parent that you cannot leave your 4-year-old or your child uncatered for. It's as simple as that. And the parents will not be holding ground and saying, no, you did not say it well. You should have said it well. Is that the bone of contention here? Or it is the uncatered for child that we are talking about? The uncatered for child that we are talking about. That's the bone of contention. At least you should be able to tackle that and say, okay, actually, as a parent, I wasn't supposed to do this. I wasn't supposed to leave my child uncatered for. I'm just using all these as an example because sometimes it's like you people kind of misunderstand. There's this I don't know if it's just that you see black, you just want to call it white, because I cannot get it. I cannot understand it. But anyway, guys, there you have it. And I don't know. Our country, not too much. Jesus Christ. All I can just do but laugh. And waiting even come consign Burna Boy for the matter. Burna Boy, Don Jazzy, I don't get it. Okay, let's assume, is it because, okay, VDM is calling out Sheyi Tinubu? Okay, but VDM is right calling out Sheyi Tinubu because Sheyi Tinubu is actively involved in politics and he's in charge of his father's campaign. You can allegedly, anyway, if I'm correct, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, I don't know what that one has got to do with calling other names like Burna Boy. I don't know how that one even came in. Very dark man in his rights have the right. Even every Nigerian has a right to call, to duty those who are faulty. And in a situation whereby the ministers that are supposed to be doing these things are no longer doing it, and you cannot call them to order, because it is the job of the president to actually look into Minister of Works. Why is the road bad? Didn't you get so and so billion for the road? And this road looks like this. Don't they have meetings like that? Shouldn't it be like that? Minister of Education, why is it like this? Why are the schools very bad? Why are they in bad shape when you got trillions? Or when you got how many billions to renovate the schools? So it is the right of every city. So him calling out Sheyi Tinubu, I think, is even very respectful and mindful, because of not trying to drag Tinubu all the time, President Tinubu all the time. He's trying to take, okay, the son, Ingo de our level, and Ingo at least is of that range. And, he has the father's ear on ground and all that. Can also look at these things and say, oh, actually, so a person talked about this. What are we doing concerning this, So that's why VDM is calling Sheyi Tinubu. And this girl, King Mitchy, if we go back to her case, she was always praising Sheyi Tinubu. And the work that this girl tried doing was a work for Minister of Education. How come they are not doing it? And you now have to go through someone else. It's not a problem being giving charity or whatever. But this is supposed to be someone's duty. They were elected for this purpose. And that's where very dark man is looking at it from. Anyway, guys, your thoughts. Bye.
There is no seat. There is no seat. No seat.